welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say 22,000 subscribers. Like, I appreciate every single one of you. Like, to create in a niche like travel and to stick to it, you know, it's really tough. And thank you for like staying true to me and supporting me through this journey. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Sassy Funke and I'm a Nigerian travel and lifestyle content creator. I am also the founder of Travel to Niger. Travel to Niger is the #1 trusted platform for everything travel to Nigeria. There's so many exciting things that are coming up on this platform. But right now, if you are stuck abroad, or you know someone is stuck in Nigeria or stuck in the UK, UAE, America, wants to go back to Nigeria, wants to go back to the UAE, wants to go back to their jobs, honestly, follow Travel to Nigeria right now because there's so much information on there on our Instagram page to keep you well informed. Like, I know recently there was some insinuations that international travel in Nigeria is like borders closed until October. Like October, we're in July, August, September, October. That's a long time. As in, the Minister of Aviation debunked it, like, no, that's not the case. So we hope that's not the case. But in the meantime, definitely check out Travel to Nigeria to keep you informed. This video though is all about the process of actually getting back to Nigeria from abroad, whether that's from the UK, you know, from China, from anywhere, through Benin. I hope I'm saying that right. I always say Benin or Benin, but I mean Benin, the country. So if I mix that up, you know what I mean. And it's going to obviously the city of Cotonou, because airlines such as Air France, Ethiopian Airlines are still flying there. So I'm going to basically walk you through the process. And you might wonder, Funke, you're not in Cotonou, you didn't go to Nigeria through the border. So how do you know this information? I have what you call second-hand information. My mother literally on Monday went through this process, and I'm going to give you like details. If you have any questions after this whole video, let me know in the comment section below. And also, you know, give this video a thumbs up so that I can tell my mom that you guys really appreciated her effort to give information. Yeah, so let's get straight to this video. Don't also forget to subscribe to my channel. So I have all the information written here. So if I look here, briefly look here, just know that I don't want to say rubbish. That's why I'm looking here. And I want to give you guys the right information. So the first thing you have to do is book your ticket. So it's an Air France ticket. So for my mom, she booked Air France to Cotonou, and that was via Paris. #2, once she had booked her ticket, she actually emailed the Nigerian embassy in Cotonou, right? And what she did was she sent her data page and also her flight information to let them know when she will be arriving, because this is necessary for the Benin officials to know that you've been approved basically to come through the border. So this is actually a necessity. So hopefully they respond to you, but I would say like just keep emailing them, repeating the email and following up. I'll also drop a contact number of, I believe, their secretary, so you can call the person and just like get them to actually like confirm with you that they've received your email. Yeah, so the Nigerian embassy should do the needful and respond to you with a confirmation that okay, that they're expecting you. On the screen now, I'm going to put the protocol that the Benin government actually wrote about this, so you guys know that this is actually a legal thing about the process. And I hope like it's sharp enough so you guys can see it. If not, I'm going to leave a link below to where you can maybe see a bigger version of it, so look out for that. #3, you need to do a COVID test. The COVID test is required, and I believe you have to do it at the earliest 15 days before your flight, and it's required not for exit or leaving London or leaving whatever country. It's required for entering Nigeria. They need to make sure that you've actually tested negative for COVID. So you need to do your COVID test in your respective cities. Visa, you do not need a visa for going to Cotonou, Benin Republic. You do not need a visa for going to Cotonou because Benin is part of ECOWAS, and you know, West African states, the economy of West African states, you don't need a visa for those countries. Nigerians can enter the country freely, so there's no visa requirements for Cotonou. So I'll say this: when my mom booked her Air France ticket, Air France then sent her an email with a link where she had to fill her, you know, like her address, her name, and also if she was transiting or if she was staying in Benin, so they can have that information. Next, this does not apply if you're going to Nigeria, but I think I would add it to this video. If your plan is to stay in Benin, like you want to chill in Benin, Cotonou for the next 2 weeks and live your life, your best life there, you will be required to actually do a COVID test 48 hours upon arrival. So when you arrive in Cotonou today, within 48 hours, you have to do a COVID test in Cotonou. And you have to pay for the cost of this COVID test. To ensure that you have the payment for this test, Air France informs you that they will check before you board the flight that you have the money for this flight, for this COVID test, because if not, they won't let you board, right? But if you're transiting and going to Nigeria, this is not an issue. So for everyone, Air France also sends you a link, and that link is to the Ministry of Health in Benin for you to fill information out in terms of health information. So you also have to do this before you board. So now, you know, taking the flight to Paris, taking the flight to Cotonou, on arrival in Cotonou. Those in transit, right? Those Nigerians that are basically, you know, you arrived in Cotonou, you want to go to the border right away. The Nigerian embassy may, I put may, come and pick you to take you to the border. But very likely, because I think some of the flights tend to be late from what I hear. So what they would do is let you do that yourself. You'll be given your passport back by the immigration in Cotonou, and you can get a cab and go directly to the immigration at the border. But I would say my mom did not do this. Because my mom's flight, Air France, arrives like in the evening and it's quite late, what she did was that she was going to stay a night in Cotonou and go the next morning to the border, which is allowed, right? But what happens at the airport in Cotonou is that the officials, the immigration officials in Cotonou, keep your passport and then give you a photocopy of your data page. That photocopy of your data page is what you then need to go and check in at whatever hotel you've booked or you're going to book. Another tip here, if you plan to fly the Air France routes, right, take the Air France flight, try and book your hotel in advance. And the hotel my mom stayed in is the Best Western, and I've stayed in this hotel before. It's in my Cotonou Benin trip video on YouTube. I'm gonna leave the link there so you can check it out, the whole video. It's there. The hotel I stayed in is a really nice hotel. It's right by the airport, literally like a stone throw away. So that's where she stayed. But I'll give you some gist here. Those people that said that they were going to the border and were given their passport at immigration, right? She said that, my mom said a lot of them didn't go to the border because it was so late and they went to the hotels in the area. Some of them came to her hotel that they went to stay the night, but because they came with their passports, I believe the Benin government has informed the hotel officials that if people, international people come here with their passports, like they're not allowed to. So they basically refuse to actually sell them hotel beds, like hotel rooms. But my mom, you know, obviously she had booked in advance, she had a data page, and they let her through. The next morning, my mom went back to the airport in Cotonou and received her passport from immigration, and from there took a cab and went to the Seme border. I would add that we have a friend in Cotonou that actually met my mom at the airport, so that was like, you know, help, you know, give her a little less anxiety about the process, but everything was pretty much as I've said. So when she got to the Seme border, they actually refused her entry until the official there at the border had to call in, right, to the Benin immigration to confirm that they were expecting her arrival. This is why it's important that you actually have to, you know, get the approval from the Nigerian embassy so they communicate with the Benin people. Yeah, so because of that, they saw her name, they took her through and they processed her passport for her. So they processed her passport, they stamped it, and they gave her passport to the Nigerian immigration. I'm not sure if you guys have been to the Seme border before, because I've been there. The Benin immigration and the Nigerian immigration actually cohabit in the same compound, right? So they're literally right beside each other. So when they gave the document to the Nigerian immigration, this is what happened. The Nigerian immigration processed her passport, kept her passport, gave her a ticket, and booked an appointment for her at the center, or I think the Center for Infectious Diseases, the Center for Infectious Diseases in Yaba for the next day. In respect to the border is quite big. It's a super big compound. What my mom had done in advance is she actually called and made a private car to come and pick her up at the border. So she had a car waiting. I'm sure there might be cabs that are waiting there, but if you want to book a car, I would advise you to book a car. But because of how big the border is, right, she couldn't drag her suitcases to the gate. So what they did was that they actually called the gate to allow the car to actually come into the compound and pick up my mom. So yes, if you have a lot of luggage, I would advise you to definitely book a car in advance to meet you at the border. So to the next day, my mom went to Yaba. I think my dad followed her. They went to Yaba, and this is what happened. Firstly, there was actually a link on the wall, like a paper notice on the wall with a link. Most people apparently missed this link, but you're basically meant to copy the link in your browser, and there's a form, and in that form you have to fill out your name, information, email, a bunch of stuff, basic information there. Then once that's done, you're given a number, and that number is for you to, obviously the line for the test and for you to do your test. So she went in, she had to spit, did a swab on her nose. Apparently all this took about 5 minutes. It was very, very quick, and it was a free COVID test. They advised her that the result of her COVID test would be ready in a couple of days, and they will email her the confirmation whether she's positive or negative for COVID, and she can then if she doesn't get an email, they give her a number for her to call to sort of like follow up on. Yeah, so that was that. She was advised that the COVID test results would be sent to her by email, but if she didn't receive this COVID test by email confirmation, that she should reach out to some numbers. I'll put the numbers up so you guys can see what those numbers are if you find yourself in that situation. She was then given another number to also call to get her passport back in 14 days. They informed her that, you know what, call this number. At the point at which you call this number, we'll let you know where exactly you can pick up your passport from. So guys, that is pretty much the whole video. I really, really hope this has been so useful to you guys, because I know so many of you are going through a lot right now, and I really hope this information I've given you is valuable, it's useful, and you guys will put it to good use. As I said, if you have any questions, like please like drop them below. If you've gone through this process too, definitely like engage with each other, like give each other information. All the information I've given is to the best of my knowledge. I didn't go through this process. My mom did. She gave me this information and thought it would be useful for me to share with you guys. I really hope you found it useful. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, thank you so much for your support on here. Don't forget to follow Travel to Niger. Like, something huge is coming up, and I really want you guys to be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.